I keep amazing. What just happened?
Are you able to hear me?
Ah, there you are. There you are.
Yes, yes, yes.
There you are.
All right, people, I figured it out. Yeah, we have a new link for our people to listen. So I just sent you the link. So I'm gonna drop it in our Facebook Live, or you want to drop it in the Facebook Live, you can do that. The link that I just sent you.
I'm
All right,
on the link right now myself, and hold on.
that's the link I'm using, honey, because that's how I know I'm being heard. So that link is the link that I sent you. That's the link that you need to use. So we're listening to. I had to play some. I was in that disco mood.
Okay.
So if y'all hearing that disco music, that's us.
So
Yeah.
can people
So
at
that's
this
the
link
link.
you just click on
All they have to
how
do
do you hear?
is the link, and it will take them straight to our show.
No, the link
It will
takes
pull
me
up the
here.
player.
It doesn't. It
I
just
just
goes
sent you. I just sent you a link. That's the link I'm using. Just pulled up. So if you
showing
click
you what
on
it
the
gave
link,
me.
give me one
Mm-hmm.
second.
The link takes you to what I just gave you. It's a general page.
.com. All right. Give me 1 second. I just pulled it up and it pulls up. Waiting on my snail mail. It's so slow. You know, technology.
Yeah.
Technology these days, I'm
Just
telling you, we
that
can't live
link
without it.
alone takes
Wait,
you
hold on.
to here.
All right,
And
hold on.
that's what you see. This page.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Just letting you know. There's nothing there.
Hold on. Me one. All right, give me so slow. Yes, people. We get this sorted out. Well, Connect show, and I'm going to I think I see. So in the meantime, what's going on, girl? What's going on while we
Uh
get the link all sorted out?
girl, life is going on.
Life, right?
Life is
Life is what's going on.
life is going on. It's just going by every
I
day.
tell you.
And that clock is ticking and that time is
You hearing
moving.
me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you.
Life is going on, girl. That's it.
Same, same crap, different day.
Well, you
I had
said
to,
that.
I
I
had to
didn't
neat
say
it
you
up, you
said
know.
that. You said that with your eloquent self.
I said, yes, yes, hun. I had to tidy it up for the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes,
Ah,
hunty. Hmm. So yesterday was the Super Bowl. I'm not into football, but I only watched it because of I only like the halftime show.
you and everybody else apparently,
So you
because
know it
I
was.
like I like
Oh yeah,
football.
that's the only.
I like
No,
football,
I
and I
don't do
actually
sports.
watch. I actually watch. I did honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I was all into it this season because I really wasn't. So I'd be lying if I said I was all
Hmm.
into it and I know all the stats for the teams this year and all of that. No, but I like sports. From ever since we were kids. I've always been into sports, but and I like football. So I was a little surprised when I heard that a whole bunch of people were saying, uh, we're only watching for the ads and the halftime show because
Right.
I actually like the game itself as well. But
Okay.
I because I wasn't really into the teams this year, to be honest. I guess I was one of those people who was really watching this year for the
Hmm.
ads and the halftime show.
And I wanted because Rihanna was gonna be on there, and I
Hmm.
love me some Rihanna.
Yes. I think
So that was the only
everyone would
reason
say
I
the
was telling.
same.
I told Devon, yes, her performance. I liked her
Everybody would
performance.
agree with you,
You
girl.
know, huh?
I said everybody would
I
agree
love
with
how she
you.
announced that she pregnant. Yeah, I love how she announced her pregnancy. That was hot. At first, I did not. I'm sending the link now. I sent the wrong link. At
I
first,
know
I
you
thought,
did.
okay, I'm not.
Are you there? Hello? Hello? Did I lose you again, my dear? Did I lose you again? I think I lost you again. Are you frozen? Reset. Who told you to move to Timbuktu where your connection is a little bit unstable? You know, Miss Reese, being all fancy and fly, had to move to the North Pole somewhere where her Zoom freezes, her connection goes in and out. I was like, who told you to do that? Oi, oi, oi. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I need to break out into song or something because since we are live, I feel like I need to break out into some kind of song because I don't know what's happening, everybody. Do you all want to hear me sing? Don't know if you want to hear me sing. Not sure. You probably don't want to hear me sing right now.
Can you hear me?
Reese, is that you?
No.
Okay. I'm waiting for Reese to come on. I'm waiting for Reese to come back on. Reese,
Can you hear India?
yeah. I'm waiting for Reese to come back on because I don't know where she has gone to. No idea. Miss Reese. I don't know if you guys are out there, but what Reese and I were chatting about before she disappeared on us, everybody, she's having some technical difficulties. But like I said, she decided to up and move herself up to the North Pole somewhere, some other pole, who knows? And ever since then, she has some challenges, some connection challenges. So that's what we're dealing with right now. She is gone. And I feel like I need to break out into some sort of song for you. But I'm just gonna chat with you guys for a while till Reese gets back to us, and hopefully soon. But in the meantime, what we were gonna chat about is the Super Bowl that we started chatting about till Reese just disappeared. So yesterday was the Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And none of these teams are really my teams necessarily, but I do watch a little football and I do like the game. I like all kinds of sport, to be honest with you, just like I like all kinds of music. So I usually watch not just for the ads, but most people, I don't know if it was TMZ or some other news channels, they did a survey on different people so people could vote to tell them, why are you watching the Super Bowl? Are you really watching because you like football? Or are you watching just for the ads and the halftime show with Rihanna? And let me tell you, everybody voted for the commercials, the ads. Everybody said that's what they're voting for. Besides, people who voted for Rihanna. Or maybe I'm wrong. There wasn't a poll for Rihanna. There was just a poll to see if people were watching for the game or for the ads. And the ads are usually so good, so entertaining, so captivating that everybody usually tries to watch for the ads. But myself, I watch for the game a little bit. And you guys, if you've been with us long enough on this show, you know that I'm a voiceover artist. And I did some voiceover, and I was hoping that my ad would be played during the Super Bowl as well. I was like, is it gonna be on there? Is it gonna be on there? So I was really watching to see if I was gonna hear my voice on the Super Bowl. But I don't think I caught it, so maybe not. Better luck next time, Carol. but we'll see. We will keep going. Yes, till it gets on there. That's to say, if you guys have any other voiceover commercials or narration, if you have a business or a product, etc., you know how to reach me. Okay, reach out to us at letsconnect20@gmail.com, and you say, hey, Carol, I have a voiceover project for you that I would like you to record, and we can get that done for you. Okay, that's right. Yeah, everybody has different ads that they listen for, they check out. I wasn't really paying so much attention. The E-Trade baby. Well, hold on. I think we got India. Hey, India, are you
Hello.
there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
What's
So
up?
which ad did you like on the Super Bowl?
It actually was it was one of the very first one. It was the E-Trade babies, and they were kind of
E-Trade
sort of,
baby?
doing the wedding thing, and they were like all dressed up,
Oh,
and like they were at a wedding. Yeah.
I
The
didn't
rest of
see that. How come I didn't see that?
it,
I can't remember that. I
okay,
don't
so it
remember
literally was like one of the it probably was the very first one
the first
when
one.
the game actually started. And
I think I was
I was actually
multitasking.
waiting for it to come back again because it was so funny. It was like the funniest one, and yeah, the rest of them was kind of, yeah. I mean,
Ah,
I used to watch for the commercials because you remember back in the day, Bud,
yes.
Zer, when the commercials were
Yeah.
funny.
That's what I remember. For me, I think
Yes,
none of them had that impact, in
from
my
years
opinion.
past.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like back in the day, some of those
Mm-hmm.
commercials were so they would stand out in your mind,
Yes.
and you're like laughing, like belly laughs, like, oh my goodness, that commercial was hilarious. And then the next day you're still thinking about it a couple days
Everybody was
later.
talking about it.
I didn't see anything. Maybe, like I said, disclaimer, maybe
Mm-mm.
because I was kind of multitasking, but I don't remember any of those ads. Or maybe it's for other reasons.
And also this year they didn't do the horses. What are they? The Clydesdales? I mean, they're like a staple of the Super Bowl also. No,
Really?
no, no, yeah. This was
Ah,
the first year I think I haven't seen. I think they're called the Clydesdale. You know the horses I'm talking about, right? And one
yes,
with
yes.
the dog, like the I'm air quoting, like the dog is kind of training the horses,
Yes,
and
that
then
I remember. See?
the dog get left out, and then like one year I think they did where they kind of met up like years later, and it was like, oh, this big thing, like, oh, friends finally, yeah. But yeah, I don't watch Super Bowls for the commercials anymore because the commercials, yeah, that's been many years now since I did the commercial. Yeah, no.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
so now I
You
just
know,
watch the game. I like you were saying, I just watch the game for the game because hey, my team, you know, hasn't been in the Super Bowl for a minute, but hey,
I
I'm not
know
gonna
my
feel
team
bad.
too. My team, and I know people are gonna be like, whatever. But I do, because I live in the New York, New Jersey area. I root for the New York Giants. Sue me.
I'm I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm still a Giants fan too, even
I'm
though
still
I
a Giants
don't
fan.
live
I'm
in
always rooting
the
for the Giants.
New York area anymore, but I'm still a Giants fan.
But
Still
that's
root
where
for
we're
them.
from. So that's who we
Yeah,
root for, you know?
but
So
yeah,
that's who I'm rooting for. And every year I'm rooting for them. I'm like, oh man, they dropped
yeah.
out.
Well,
Oh
I
man,
mean,
they lost
they
again.
actually made it to the playoffs this year. I mean, even though, early, very
And
early
I was
round.
proud of them for it because they've been going through a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, now see, well, they started the season pretty well. And then they were, because at one point they were like 6-1, I believe. And then it was
Wow,
just
girl.
like Oh, 6-2. Oh, like 6-3. Then it was just like, come on now. What's going on here?
You even know
And
all the stats.
I
Wow.
mean, I don't like you were saying earlier, I don't follow as much as I used to because I'm not in the New York area anymore, and so the only time I really see them play is like when they're playing, the team in the area, because like I'm in the
Yeah,
DMV
yeah,
area,
yeah.
so it's just like when they're playing either Baltimore or Washington, sometimes Philadelphia, but other than that, if I want to see how they're doing, I have to, kind of go online and look.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Yeah.
And that's usually me too.
Mhm,
I go look it up or something
mhm.
because I don't follow as closely as I used to. I used to follow. Oh yeah, I was all up in that
Yeah,
game,
back in the day,
but
I could tell you player stats
yep,
for all, literally for all the teams in the New York area. I could tell you
yeah.
player stats,
I used to watch
who's
pretty
who.
closely too. I'm not gonna lie. I used to follow all the stats and stuff, and I knew the players. I knew when
Mhm,
somebody was injured, and I know when they changed
mhm.
the coaches. I know what problems they had. I know why they got kicked out and all that stuff.
Yep.
But I don't follow it as closely these days. Maybe,
Like you
best
said,
thing to do.
life,
Life is
yeah,
moving. You got
life
lots
is
to do,
moving. Yeah, exactly.
a lot of stuff to do. But I was
Exactly.
watching, I wanted to see, like I said, I wanted to see the ads. I
Uh,
wanted to see,
yeah, me not so
yeah,
much.
because honestly, one of the reasons I wanted to see that too is because, like I said just now, as a voiceover artist myself,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to see my voiceover ad
Okay.
that I did
Okay.
as a part of it. And I was hoping, but it didn't happen. But I'm gonna keep on going, keep trying.
Yeah, like you
And we'll
said,
see
next
where
year.
that land us. But then Miss Rihanna was tearing it up for the
Oh,
halftime show. What'd you think about the halftime show?
it was really, really good. It was visually stimulating. It was visually stimulating. I love the height where they did, well, I guess those panel things and how
Oh,
they changed the heights and
yes.
thing. And so my only complaint,
You gotta complain.
hey, look, what,
Nothing is ever
what,
perfect, huh?
nope, nope,
Gotta she
nope,
can't
nope, nope, no,
please everybody,
no,
huh?
look, this is the world we live in. You can never please everybody. I'm just gonna say.
How
So
dare her
my
not please?
my
How
exactly.
dare her not
Uh,
be able to
mm,
please everybody?
I'm just saying she could have pleased me, but she didn't. You know what?
So
But
what was your complaint
I
now?
forgive
What was
her.
your
I
complaint?
actually wanted her to sing her very first hit.
On the replay.
Thank you. I
Ah,
wanted to hear her sing her very, very, very first hit. Exactly.
ah.
And she didn't. And I was like, why? But other than that, I love the songs. It was visually stimulating. And I'm assuming people are saying she's pregnant. She didn't, well, I don't think she came out last time and said she was pregnant, did she?
Yes, she did. It was confirmed that it was
Mm-hmm.
she's pregnant.
Oh,
Okay. It's
because I know there were some
confirmed,
people
girl.
kind of saying, well, she wasn't doing any kind of dancing. And as I'm watching, I'm like, is she pregnant? Isn't she pregnant? That's why she wasn't like move, like her usual
Yes.
dancing self. So it
Yes.
was just like, okay. But the dancers, they picked up the slack. I mean, they did their thing, and it was one of the better halftime shows.
I loved it. I was there for real. I missed half of what y'all was saying, right?
I
You know
know.
that.
Gone. We just kept it moving, girl.
Well, yeah, my whole thing just froze up on me. I had to reboot. But yeah, that's the only reason why I watched the Super Bowl was because of Rihanna.
I mean, yeah, I
A
watched.
lot of people.
Yeah, I watched it for the game, and the game turned out to be spectacular. Q.
It was a good game. I like when I watch games at that level of competition. I like
Mhm.
to get a competition.
Exactly.
Like neck and neck and neck and neck and neck and neck. So I was like, yes, yes. Especially because my team wasn't in it. So I just wanted them to battle it out so that I could be entertained.
Yeah, which they did, because I mean,
They
to kind of, yeah, because kind of what going into the game, because I was watching like I didn't watch like the whole pre-game thing, because that thing started about like 12 o'clock on Fox, and I wasn't going to sit all that time and watch all that stuff, because I kept going in and out during the day before the game start, and everybody was like, well, the Eagles are going to win, the Eagles are going to win. And I think when I went into the game, I guess that was like my preset, oh, the Eagles are going to win, the Eagles are going to win. They went down the field first, scored, I mean, all the way down, and then the Chiefs came in, they went down the field also and scored, and I was like, oh, okay, I think we're going to be having a game today. And so I literally sat and watched the whole entire game. Sometimes I don't do that, but I
didn't
was
do
sitting there and
I didn't
watched the
do that.
whole entire game.
But
And I know some people are mad at, like, the last minute and whatever it was, minute 50 something seconds. But that's how life is.
that's life. That's life. But
Yeah.
Miss Reese,
Yes, ma'am.
you were saying that how much you love Rihanna's performance, right?
Yeah, I did. At first, I thought it was baby fat because I wasn't really paying attention. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, she's a real woman.
And plus,
It's good. It
we have
was
to
good.
be PC.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at someone and automatically. So I was on with my mom as well, right? I made sure to call my mom. I was like, Mom, Rihanna is on. It's halftime. So we always call each other. I'm like, Mom, you're going to miss Rihanna? So she's like, wait, Rihanna pregnant? She's like, no, I don't think she's pregnant. Mind, maybe she just gained weight. Did she
Yeah,
just have
that's
a
what
baby?
I thought. It
That's
was
what
baby
my mom was
fat.
like. She not just have a baby. So no, some I don't think so. I was like, I
But
don't
I'm
know.
happy for. And then I saw
I was like,
everybody.
Mom, I'm not assuming anything, but moment she came out and the first note out of her mouth, what she do? She rubbed her belly.
I didn't see that part. You see, I ain't see
She
all that.
rubbed the belly, honey. So
My
I
thing
was
was,
like, she's pregnant, because unless you're pregnant, you don't automatically draw attention to a stomach. If you have a gut and you're not really trying to show off your gut because your
you
gut
be
is
sucking
gain
that
weight,
stuff. It
you'll be
turn
trying to
blue.
tuck it in and cover it up. And she would have had her little zipper on her jumper all zipped
Yeah,
up.
but
Because
this
she
is what I
would have
told
it tucked
Granny. This is what I told Granny. I said, Granny, I think normally she don't wear clothes, right? And I'm like,
Right?
she
That's
covered
true.
up. So I'm like,
That's
maybe
true.
because she's a mother now, she's being more concerned.
She had it all more conservative, toned
Yeah.
down.
Then when people start saying
That's
she pregnant,
Rihanna.
I was like, oh yes, I'm looking at the belly now.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no.
happy for her.
I was looking at the belly the entire time. And when I tell you, I saw the belly from she first opened her mouth, because the first thing she did, go back and watch the video. It's on YouTube, it's everywhere. When you go back and watch that video, as soon as she did her little opening pose and the music dropped, the moment she rubbed her belly, she touched her belly, and I was like, oh, and from a person who's had a child before, I was like, I know what that is.
But
she's
listen,
pregnant, and she's trying to tell everybody she's pregnant.
but
Because
she pregnant and on that high stuff. You see how high she went?
Yeah, it was very high. She is fearless.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
But
afraid
trust
of
me,
heights.
I'm pretty sure they tested and retested and triple tested and quadruple tested that thing and tested it with about 100,000 people standing on it to
I
make
know,
sure.
I know baby daddy was like concerned about that too. Baby daddy making sure.
Oh yeah, he was in the audience taking pictures and supporting her and everything.
Oh, I didn't even see
Yes. Yes, he was in the audience right there. He was down there. He was snapping and taking pictures and supporting.
I'm happy for her. I am happy for her.
Oh yeah.
The girl, is that me? I don't know. I don't have no ringtone like that.
That's me.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah. Listen, the girl make her money. She have everything going on. Everything.
did
I
her
hate.
show. And then today, if you saw all the people, the comments on Twitter and on social media, whatever, people who are making jokes and saying, coming up with all these memes about how she was dancing, how the baby was dancing around in her stomach.
Lord, yeah, yeah.
People are just stupid.
I'm telling
the
you.
talk of the social world on
Yeah,
People are
social
stupid.
media. They created all
Yeah.
these memes talking about, look at Rihanna was up there dancing with a baby, and the baby is in her stomach going, Ma, what do? We up here
Oh,
jumping
look.
around.
Oh my God, that's
I mean,
funny.
but you gotta admit though, that's kind of funny.
It was so funny. People are the things that they think of.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
see all the funny memes that they've created.
That's them folks who ain't got nothing better to do.
Yeah. When I saw her come on, I'm like, here we go with the comments. Because I did not expect so many. I thought it was going to be more negative because that it's always something negative.
People just always have negative things to say, regardless of what you're doing, how great you are, or whatever. But you think she cares? She don't care. She is living her best life.
Exactly.
She does not care. Okay, and she
And
did
then
her. But if you go back and you look, right, Reese, you realize that this was why they never showed her fully.
when she was doing her interviews, yes,
She was always sitting down.
Yes, or she had something big or something
Yes.
like that. Yes,
Michael
honey.
Strahan interviewed her also, I think it was, and she also
And
on
E.T., she was on E.T., and Apple did an interview on her, and she was sitting down. So
she was sitting down, and one of them, they asked her if there's going to be any surprise or whatever, and she says, I don't know, I may bring someone with me. That's what she said. She said, I don't know, I might bring someone with me. And the interviewer said, are you going to give us like a little hint or whatever? She's like, then it won't be a surprise. She's like, I don't know.
I thought that she was going to have, or for some reason I saw on the social media that Shaggy and Stephen Marley was going to do.
People just love to make up all kind of story.
So I'm sitting here waiting on all these people to come. She brought her baby. I hope she have a girl. Then they can complete their family.
People just
they're cute though. Chris Brown must be like,
oh, he commented. He commented on her, supporting her. He was like, "You go, girl." Yep, he commented, and of course, there were people who were jumping on him, saying, "Oh, shut up, go sit down."
Shut the hell up! Yep. But
you
God
have
knows,
no right to comment on anything.
ASAP must be like, that's my, yeah. I love them together. I really do love them together. So
well, we wish them all the best.
Yes. She looks happy. So
he looks happy. He looks happy. So hopefully
they were friends before, which is I think that makes it even better that they were friends long before they, because I'm all up in them celebrities' life. I'm all up in their life.
People business all the time.
All love them tea, girl. Love to be up. I'll be first. Be like, listen. Why are we so nosy? Why is it? I question myself all the time.
Nosy?
Why is it that their life is like, I need to know, like I know them personally? Hey, it is what it is.
Oh,
it is what it is.
All up in people's business.
And then totally forgot that Super Bowl also have to deal with commercials. Right? That's why people found out that Ben Affleck did his Dunkin' Donut commercial. I was like,
yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I was about to say, that's the only commercial I do remember.
I don't remember. That was the only one. It was cute.
That's the only one I actually do recall. And that's sad. But like I was telling India, I was multitasking through the whole thing, so I can't really say.
I didn't even remember about that. About the
but
commercials
I do remember. But everybody else watched for the commercials, Reese. That's what people watch for,
Normal people. I'm not normal.
Well, that is true.
Okay. Hey.
But the commercials are stupid. I mean, half the commercials, I literally half the commercials. I was going and I'm like, well, what's that about? And I was trying to actually remember some of the ones that I was trying to figure out what they were about. And I nothing is like, they were
Well,
so unmemorable that nothing is even jogging my memory. I know they had some commercial about Jesus and Jesus something. There were some Jesus commercial. I'm like, really?
oh yeah? Oh, I don't watch it,
Something
so.
that do with Jesus.
Oh.
I don't
I think
know.
The one
I
I
think
saw the one I saw yesterday was with Ben Affleck in the
Oh
Dunkin'
yeah.
Donut line with
See,
that was.
that's what I'm saying. That's the one that I remember.
Mhm.
That's Ben
Did
you
Affleck
see-
working at Dunkin' Donuts, and
Donut,
then
yeah.
Jennifer pulls up in a
I
car.
This is what you do
what you
all
do
day?
when you?
I do
I'm like,
remember
yeah.
that. But I also remember weeks or so leading up to it, like from last month or something, they were talking about that. I saw that, I think, on
Oh
TMZ
yeah?
or somewhere else. Yeah, they were
Oh,
talking about that,
I
saying
was about to say,
they saw
okay, go
him
ahead.
at Dunkin' Donuts, so he must have been
Oh,
filming something. They were talking about that.
Oh,
okay. I do
I thought
remember another one.
I thought Cardi B would have been on there. I love
Oh
me some
no, yeah.
Cardi B.
Okay, yeah. She was on it.
She
Now,
was
now
on
that
commercial.
they did a McDonald's,
Oh
I think that was her husband or her boyfriend or
yeah,
whatever.
her man,
Now
her
that
husband,
I'm
girl.
thinking, I
I thought
remember the
that was.
commercial, the McDonald's commercial, and then the Pepsi commercial.
Oh, because I saw that they were gonna do a McDonald's commercial, but I thought that was gonna
Yes.
come off of Valentine.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yo, she got paid for that. Listen, Cardi Hood. Okay, so that's like, let's put
Oh
you with
yeah,
the
she's all
McDonald's.
about her money, honey.
Oh, she is,
Yeah.
and she's very frugal. You would think that she spent all that money. She said, I heard an interview. She said she don't spend all that money. She be looking for deals. So Carol can relate to that.
I know. You know I can. If anybody
Yes,
can relate to that, that's me. And
yes,
she was a few weeks ago to last month sometime, she was talking about the price of lettuce and how high
yes,
the price of lettuce was, and she was
yes.
upset.
And people were saying that you got money. Why you? But
Why are you
that is
worrying about the
how
price of lettuce? She's like, the
that is
lettuce
how
is
a
so
lot
high.
of these celebrities end up broke. You understand? Because I got money, so let me buy lettuce for
See,
40
Yeah.
$11.
girl,
Seriously?
understand money management.
Yeah.
Money management is
She know where she
key.
coming from. But then a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
people, a lot of these celebrities are coming from poor backgrounds. So you would think that they would, spend their money wisely, but then at the same time, they never had all this money, so they want to
I was
treat
just gonna
themselves
say that.
to all the things that
Um,
they missed out. So I guess
Yeah.
they just
Yeah,
need to have
it's
a good
just
business
about,
manager.
yeah, exactly, Reese. You just got to have a good business sense. And if you don't know how to do it, you need to go find somebody who
You
is
need to
trustworthy,
exactly, no scammer.
and also,
who
and I
can
was about to
help
say,
you with managing your finances, because
Yes.
that is key. Because a lot of people, like you said, and hold your thought, India, don't forget it. A lot of people who were coming, let's say, like you said, they're coming from the hood. So they're not accustomed to having, so much money. And then all of a sudden, all this money in their faces, and they just want to spend it, because
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
And they lose it that way. And then it's like, oh my
They're not
goodness.
thinking, of long term.
Right.
Like, yeah, you have your money now, but what's gonna happen if something happens?
Yeah.
So
They just buy cars
why you
and
need 6
parties.
cars? Why you need to fly to Paris
But it's not just
what's the
6
name?
cars. It's not just 6 any cars. It's 6 super expensive cars. It's like, it's not
I
like
mean,
you go out and you buy a Jeep, or you go out
I
and you buy a
understand if you want
Honda.
to listen. I understand, because if I come in some money, I'm bougie already, bougie and broke. Okay, so if I have money, I am going to buy me a nice car, a nice house, whatever. But I'm not going to be spending it on 4 cars or this, or get a yacht and all. Was I going on a yacht before I think? No.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna have a nice house. I know I'm gonna have a nice car. I'm gonna buy that purse that I
Yeah, you
always
can
wanted
get a nice
to
car,
buy.
but why do you have 6 of
6,
them?
right?
That is so costly. It's I
One
can't
each
even
day,
imagine the price of these cars. And
and
it's
the
almost like you have
maintenance,
one for each day. You're one
one for
person.
each day, and the maintenance on it, and it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reading now that a lot of these celebrities are realizing now that they should have saved money before, and what is happening. So,
Yeah.
just good money. Listen, I'm bad with money, so I definitely know if I win the lotto or come in some money, I'm gonna hire somebody to help
Yeah,
me
you
manage my
better
money.
hire somebody quick,
All that, yeah.
because all of your money would have just go like.
Or that coffee, true.
Huh?
But it wouldn't be bad if you invested. Maybe you go buy a Starbucks or something.
I
If you want,
definitely
you
would
know,
own a
but at
Starbucks.
least you would get your coffee, and
I
at
would
the same
definitely own a
time,
Starbucks, of
you
course.
would get dividends. You get some money.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
buy me my own personal Starbucks
get
at my
your
house.
buy you the you know what I'm saying? That way you can
Yep.
still get your coffee.
Sure, yes, of course. Yeah. So,
India, you had a comment.
oh yes.
No, what I was going to say was,
Oh, by the
also.
way, sorry, nice to meet you, India.
Oh,
I
nice
never
to meet
thought
you too.
Yeah,
No, it's all
because
good,
you were all frozen and,
we were frozen
lost
and all
in the
that. Yeah,
stratosphere somewhere.
somewhere. But go ahead, India.
No. What I guess what my 2 cents with that was also to, you kind of drop people. I think Carol was the one that says, with the whole lot of friends and whatnot, you might want to, drop some of the people around you also who want to, spend your money.
Yes.
They want
Yep.
they want to spend your money,
Yeah.
not
All of a
just
sudden-
for you, not just for you yourself, but they want to spend your money
You must spend
for them.
You know what
Yes.
them start out? You know what they start out? What's up, Carol? Lord, yeah. Why sound so? Why? I need this and can't find the
Mhm.
money. And that's always start out pitiful like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm gonna come straight up.
I remember reading somewhere one time where Oprah says she don't lend money anymore. She just give money because when you lend them money, then it cause a problem.
They think because you have money that you should, especially like our Oprah now. Me I ask Oprah for let me say, Oprah, please can you give me? I'm just gonna be straight up.
But
Me not-
she's right. She has a point. If she's lending, so let's think about this for a second. Lending versus giving, right?
Yeah.
Because at least if she gives it to them, she can say, okay, I'm done with you. I'm giving you this.
Exactly.
Right.
Jack, bye-bye.
Exactly.
When you talk about lending,
Lending.
you can never get rid of them because they're gonna keep on coming back.
Can I borrow some money? Can I
Can I borrow? And I'll pay you back. So
when I get it
constantly there.
Yeah.
Don't say I'll pay it back tomorrow, because tomorrow never, you ever hear a day
Never
named tomorrow? When you me don't know no
There's
tomorrow.
no day
Tomorrow
named
never comes.
tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow,
No day of the
yeah.
week is called
No,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
So tomorrow, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yes.
Tomorrow will never come.
So that was that. And real quick before we get off of this subject and go right up into where we're supposed to talk about, I went to jazz yesterday with my granny. Girl,
So what?
went to a jazz. You know, she goes to jazz every month. There's a jazz little event that she goes to. Granny, it's every second Sunday, and Granny pick out her clothes from 2 weeks before.
Oh, okay.
When she's supposed to go to the doctor, you have to pull teeth to go to the doctor. But when it's jazz time, she ready. The thing start 2:00. Granny ready for 11:00 waiting. Okay?
See, this is like my daughter.
Listen, we went to jazz yesterday. So it's pre-Valentine. It was so cute seeing all these. Oh my God. I have to send you the video. It's so cute. Like, I want this when I get to their age. Like, let me tell you, man, listen, one lady up in the air, she and her partner, you can tell that they've been dancing, and this is like music from back in the day, right? So anyway, this thing about love is in the air. This is my grandmother. So I was like, Grandma, you may find your boyfriend here. She said, listen, they can admire me, but I ain't got no love for them.
Oh. Okay, then.
You know, Granny.
Don't even step to her.
She said they can admire her, but she ain't giving no love.
She's letting it be known. Okay.
So how about then I was sitting next to
but don't touch.
Listen, then I was sitting next to this old one. He's about 80.
Your granny is spicy.
This 80-year-old man trying to step to me yesterday. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, my God, that bad note.
But seriously though, what does that look like?
Girl,
I mean,
listen,
okay,
India.
kind of
No,
look, kind of. Now I'm
listen,
curious.
India.
What did he
These
say?
things,
What did he
I want
say?
to tell you the conversation because let me tell you, if you never heard about me, these things happen to Reese. No lie. No lie. Carol can tell you. No, these are not lies. I have this. So we're sitting around the table and he brought a date, right?
Ooh.
So he brought a date. So
Okay.
first I thought it was his wife and whatever, but he's talking, he's from New York. And he came down he's been down here like 25 years and he whatever. So first of all, he talked too much. And that's why he don't have a woman, because he talked too much. So anyway, he talking, he was like, so you're single? I'm like, yeah, I'm single. So he said, oh, you need to come to the clubhouse on Thursday. They have a singles luncheon. I said, you trying to hook me up? He said, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. He said, I want you to find your knight in shining armor so he can ride you on the white horse.
Okay.
That's what he said. I'm like, oh, girl. So his name is Louis. So we're sitting down. He was like, listen, I am the Black Widow. And I keep telling these ladies that I'm the Black Widow. I said, you can't tell women you're the Black Widow. That's why you ain't getting no date. Because the girl that he was with said, he was like, oh, she only wants to be friends, nothing more. They took my car away because he has a heart problem. No, poor.
Oh.
That lady don't want to be traveling, picking him up, bringing him here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He has a heart problem. I understand his daughter took the car from him because they don't want him to be driving and whatever. But he said, I like dancing. I just want a companion. I just want a companion to go eating with and go dancing. And I was like, oh, but you're just not my type.
I'm like,
But
let's go check out the 60-year-old and let's find you somebody else.
India, I can barely manage my own age, 53. Okay, listen, I'm a recovering cougar. Okay,
I'm glad you said that because I'm waiting for you to make that clear.
I have no shame.
You've
Okay?
spent so many years being a cougar. You are the cougar.
I'm weeding.
Not the other way around.
Weeding.
Him trying to recruit you.
80? Girl, I can't even manage 53. I think 53 is
I'm
old,
like,
but it's 80.
He just doesn't know that, honey, he is way too, over
Listen,
your limit. You need them younger.
Youngins. I need them youngins.
I'll be like, look, Reese, I say, look, you do you.
Listen, I'm trying to weed. No, India, it's a new year, new attitude. I'm trying to date
she
people my
dropped the
own
cougarism.
age.
She's
I'm
left
trying
that
to, girl.
behind.
Okay.
I'm like a crackhead without crack, okay? That's
Well,
all.
best wishes.
People out there in Radio Land, please pray for me. I'm trying to date people my own age. I'm trying.
She left the cougarism behind.
Okay.
2023 is the new year.
Yes,
and
I'm trying to step up
to turn over a new leaf.
A new leaf.
I'm trying to give them.
Okay.
I'm trying to give them a chance. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
So here's this gentleman who's 80 years old. It's like no,
can barely
you're going in the
walk.
opposite
Can
direction,
barely walk.
honey.
Can
This
barely
cougar
walk.
does not look in that direction. She looks
First of
in
all,
the opposite
I will
direction.
not be responsible for nobody get no heart attack. Okay, I will not be responsible.
I swear to you guys, you say that, and a Tyler Perry movie just popped right in my head.
Oh my goodness, spoken like a true cougar. She's
Just
like,
pray
what?
for me, people. Pray. Prayers work. Prayers work.
Goodness.
Said, no,
Yes.
he's not my type.
I need to get that image out of my head. Let's move on.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's move on to serious stuff.
Head.
We go. Let's get on to serious business now. That's the reason why we're on the show, right?
You make me laugh. And what's our serious business now? We got our drop.
Girl, I didn't even with everything. The drop is topic of the day. Topic of the day is menopause. We talking about that good stuff.
Good stuff. Oh, which good
No,
stuff?
listen,
I was about to say.
Menopause is the good stuff.
Let me tell you, getting old is not cute. It's not cute. I'm sorry. And as I say all the time on the show, women should just, when we die, just go straight to heaven. Just go straight. Don't judge us. We don't need to go straight, because we go through a lot.
Well, that's true.
That
And
we do.
menopause ain't no different. So with that being
That we
said,
do. But Reese, tell people, excuse me, what is menopause? What are we talking about for
you
a
tell
whole
them.
bunch
You
of
tell them
people
what
who
menopause.
don't know, have any idea, or never
Why you think
heard?
you tell them what menopause is?
So basically,
Thank you.
menopause is really a stage in life that we go through, right? And it's usually, I believe it starts it's from age 50 and on, generally, after you've done with your menstrual cycle in life. Okay, with that period of our life, like that wasn't stressful enough. After we've gone through that period of life, then and you get to maybe like age 50 or so, then we go through this. I'm looking for the right description, the best description that I want to use to tell you all really what menopause is. So hang on a second, because we know the natural way that we would describe it. But the proper definition of menopause is just a phase in life when your menstrual cycle is over and you're now moved on to, you're now older. You can't do all the things you need to do. Your body starts going through all of these changes. You can't have a baby anymore, of course, because the menstrual section period of your life is done. And then you start to experience all kinds of fun, wonderful symptoms and effects.
You know what my thing is? It would be one thing if you could have you're going through menopause and you just don't have no problem. Just go through it. What is what come with it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's like some people, I guess, can probably go through it like unnaturally. When I say unnaturally, I mean like if they have surgery. And I actually didn't mean to cut you guys off, but when you said
That's
that,
right.
it just popped in my head. Like a friend of mine, she had some complications, with her periods over the years, and they went in and they removed everything. And I mean, she has nothing. I mean, like nothing. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, I'm so jealous. I mean, I'm so jealous. Like when I'm sitting there, like, like I go out with her and I'm sitting there, literally, sweat is just pouring down. Like, I mean, I literally could be standing out in below degree, whatever outside, and sweat is pouring out of me, and I'm hot and literally just want to get naked right then and there, and nothing from her.
Really?
And
is she actually going through menopause?
She didn't, because she had surgeries. She had surgery to remove, certain parts. And
Oh, really? So
and that's why I said on that, I guess unnatural may not be the proper term, because if she had or ovaries and all that, she would have gone through the process. But because they were removed in her case. And again, I can't speak for everybody. I just know in her case,
okay.
nothing.
Wow. You see,
And
on
I
one
tell her all
hand,
the
I'm
time, I
jealous
hate you.
of that.
I tell her every time, I'm jealous and I hate you.
Yeah,
Wow.
but then you don't want to go through what she went through in order to avoid.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, at the same time, I still hate her, and I'm still jealous. I mean,
Hey, Marcel. So Marcel said it's a hysterectomy.
thank you. I could not remember the name.
Oh,
And
I had
again,
that.
that's another thing too.
Okay, so but
You
before
can't
we go
remember
into that,
things.
because we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. So let me back up a little bit.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
so menopause, really, like I said before, it's just really natural life cycle stage, in our lives, but especially for women, when women are at the end of their menstrual cycle. Okay. And the way you know this, if you are wondering, if you're a female and you're wondering about this, it usually starts when once you haven't had your period for 12 months. Okay, that's how you know, okay, wait a minute, I'm about to go into menopause now, because you haven't. So if you've missed your period for 3 months, that may not be the menopause starting for you. If you missed it, who knows, maybe even 6 months. But if you've missed it for 12 months, then it's like, yeah, okay. And usually it starts between like age 50 to 52. That's the onset of menopause that you're going through. But that's where it naturally occurs. But it could actually start at age 45. So you can start in your 40s. That's early menopause.
Right. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. So it doesn't have, some people start earlier, and I feel so bad for those people. Woo! I feel so bad for those people.
I was one of those.
You were one of those that started early?
Mhm.
Oh, I feel bad for you. Wow.
Yeah.
So before you tell us your experience, hold on one second, because I want to hear. I want to know. We're going to talk about it. But some of the symptoms, right, which is what you girls were just talking about, the big one that everybody always thinks of in terms of menopause is the hot flashes.
Mhm.
Hey, Condra. Condra is on.
Hey, Kendra.
Mhm. Hot
So,
flashes.
Hot flashes. Night sweats, chills.
I don't
Some
have
people
night
get
sweats.
chills. Some people get chills.
So far you're ticking all my boxes. So keep going.
Well, some people also get vaginal dryness.
Mhm.
Some people get vaginal atrophy,
Mhm.
insomnia and sleep disturbances, slowed metabolism and weight gain.
Taylor, so that means I'm going through menopause for 4 years now.
Damn it, partner menopause, babe. I was waiting for you. I knew you were gonna say that.
Menopause. I'm going
That's
through menopause, people.
How long you been going through menopause, girl?
4 years.
Look, that can't be the excuse for everything now.
In India, first I blame fibroids. All right. Then I did the hysterectomy. I like, okay. Then I said it was thyroid. Then the thyroid thing came back. Then now
Girl,
it's menopause.
you're like a walking medical.
Yeah. So now it's the menopause. I figured it out.
You figured it out, girl.
All right. Yeah. That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Exactly.
She's sticking to that. Oh my goodness. Okay, for some people also muscle loss. Yes. Muscle loss, because all them years, man, you're hot to trot and you're sexy and you go to the gym and you work out and you're looking fit. All of a sudden it's like, wait, what happened to all the muscles I had? What is this under here right now?
Is that what's covering what the flag is covering up?
Try to put on your high heels and you stick your leg out and it used to be all toned and stuff. All of a sudden it just looks like wimpy. It's like, wait, what?
Okay.
Condra says, I just saw when she said menopause mean pause all men.
Well, hey, that's probably a thing. You know what?
Maybe that's what the Lord meant it to be,
Okay.
I mean,
that makes a point too.
Oh no, she said men need menopause. Girl, they be having menopause and don't even know it. Trust me.
Yeah, men actually do have menopause, and I have a male friend. I was trying to get my male guest to come on here and talk about it because he actually is going through menopause as well. So it's a thing.
That's interesting.
I never knew that until you told me. Like, man,
I just learned something.
Yes, men actually do go through menopause, and they have a lot of the same symptoms that women have.
But do the men know that they're going through that? Because if they knew that they were going through menopause, I don't think they would be jerks. Okay,
whining like babies.
we need to educate and educate them. Okay. But
I
yeah,
was trying to get my male guest to come on and talk about it, but he got a little bit shy
you don't need
to
to be
come
shy
on and
around
talk
us.
about it. Yes,
Mhm.
because but men
That's
do go through
interesting.
menopause and they go through. You see how we get the
Is
anxiety, we get the mood swings and the irritability and stuff. They get that too.
I thought that was
so
midlife crisis.
Yeah, right.
so it's
Yes.
kind of sort of what's the baby thing? The man and the baby thing. I don't have kids, so I can't. The baby thing, the babies, they have the baby symptoms
Oh, the
also.
symptoms.
What's that called again?
Oh, like when the woman is
Like when the
pregnant.
woman is
they get-
pregnant and they get the symptoms.
Ah, okay.
I can't. I'm drawing a
Yeah,
blank.
I forget the name
Another
of it.
symptom. I can't think of the word right now.
See, this is
But
what menopause causes. You got 3 women up here with
I
menopause.
can't. Woo!
Mess women
yeah.
with menopause can't think of what a thing. So
It'll
so
come
let's
back.
talk about this, right? How about the brain fog?
Mm.
I can't blame that for menopause because my brain fogged from early. So
Me
that
too.
can't blame it on that. But yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of women go through these, like, it's real. We're laughing about it, but it's, for some people it's serious. It's
Yeah.
really serious. And I hope I don't have to go through I don't know what the hot flash is. 1 minute I'm hot, the next is that where 1 minute I'm cold. Like my poor boys, they're like,
Wait. You're moving on to something else, girl. I
oh,
want to
sorry,
get into this because
sorry.
this is totally new for me. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? So I want to know, okay, from others. I want other people to hear what we're talking about because they may not really know. And maybe it just hit them, like people like myself. And I'm going, whoa, what is that? What's that?
Mhm.
What is happening to me right now? My body is doing all kinds of weird stuff that I just don't understand and I don't like it and I'm not happy about it. So if anybody else is out there going through this, that's the reason we're openly talking about this today. So this brain fog thing, it is very real. Okay. And you heard us just now. We're sitting here trying to, oh, what do you call that again? Sometimes you're in the middle of a sentence or you can't remember a word that you use every single day of your life. And you cannot remember the word for nothing. You can't remember the word, simple word.
I'll just give you a quick thing with that. Does everybody know what the letter A is? How do you pronounce the letter A?
Hey.
Thank God. Yeah. For the life of me, could not remember that.
Wow.
I kid you. I mean, no joke. Was sitting there trying to remember how to pronounce that word. That I shouldn't even say word. That letter.
That letter.
That letter. You can't even remember the sound of the letter A.
Could not. Yeah. Literally could not.
So let me tell you, so that's your experience, right? You could not remember the sound of the letter A. For me, let me tell you girls what happened to me. And this happened recently because, like I said, all of a sudden my body is doing some wacky, weird things that I just don't understand. And I'm now researching because I don't know, I guess I thought that, okay, maybe I had time or something, or I just didn't think about it. But I went to the supermarket. Okay. I was at the supermarket, true story. And I did my little grocery shopping and I bought my little vegetables and all of that. And I bought this vegetable. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And my kid knows this about me. It's my favorite thing to eat ever. Okay. And I use it in everything. I'll be making it. And it is called an eggplant. It is called an eggplant. When I tell you I love eggplant parmesan. I love my eggplant. I do my sauteed eggplants at night and this and that. I'll be putting it with everything. I picked up the eggplant and I went through the self-service line. You do your groceries yourself because I just bought what I needed. Let me tell you something, Reese. You have to pick off from the list, like, what is this thing you just bought?
Yeah.
could not remember the name of it to put it on the screen to press it on the
This is
screen
what
to
I
say
want.
this is the
Oh,
eggplant.
old
This
age.
is because you have to tell them what it is. I put the thing on the machine and I have to press the button to say, okay, it's an eggplant, and it gives you the price. I couldn't remember the name, and I'm looking at this thing in my hand. So it was so bad. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. And then I'm looking around. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I panicked. And there was a woman in the next machine over from me. And I said to her, I said, please, I'm so sorry, but could you tell me what is
Wow. Wow.
She probably looking at you like you crazy.
Yes.
wrong
Like,
with you? She was laughing after she told me and I walked away. I saw her laughing and I was like, I don't even have time to be embarrassed. This is for real. I panicked. I was like, could you please, what is the name of this? When I tell you it's my favorite food in the whole world, I've been eating this thing for years and I know it's
That's
like
funny.
it's my favorite food. I literally panicked. And I'm like, I had to ask somebody, what is this thing called? Now, if that's not brain fog, what is, Reese? You tell me.
Old age. Old. Don't blame it on menopause. Old age.
Nope. Brain
But
fog
So
is
bad.
sitting at your
So-
desk to get up and go get something. You stand up and you stood, you sat down. No, I mean, you're sitting. You know you want to go get something. You stand up and you literally forget what you
yeah, oh, that
stand up
happens to me
for.
all the time. Like, what am I supposed to do again? And
But that's
like,
never happened. That's things that never happened to me before. I mean, before all of this.
yeah, it's
Yes.
And it's just like,
Do you know how many trips I make from room to room? Sometimes I'm like, wait,
Mhm.
I get up with one thought in mind. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna get my shoes.
Mhm.
And then I find myself walking around and it's like, wait, what did I go over there for? Because I end up doing something completely different.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
it's no
Still
joke.
don't have the shoe. Okay. And I remember, and this is another true story. I remember this is another true story. I had my phone, right? And I'm using the flashlight. I'm looking for my cat's toy.
What?
I'm using the
Mm-mm.
flashlight, looking for it. And I'm like, where is my phone? I need to find my phone. Where's my phone?
Mm.
Stop blaming menopause, okay? Please. Please. Please stop you blaming the menopause.
Look,
All right, so
it's
and
Oh my gosh.
just so I'm just reading here, which I never knew that either, that there are 3 stages to this whole thingamajig,
mm,
menopause. So there is perimenopause,
mhm.
menopause, and
Post.
postmenopause.
Yes.
We just know menopause, but
Yes.
Well, the
it's
Perry
just
one is
it's leading
I-
up to the menopause.
because that kind of sort of happened to me, the Perry, because before, you know, mine didn't come on like right away, because I noticed like a couple of years before, like, you know, maybe 3 years before I was, you know, all the way in. And like I said, mine started like fairly early, about 2016. I mean, when I was in the full throngs of menopause, like 2016. But prior to that, like about 2 3 years prior to that, I kind of noticed I'll get, you know, I'll just start getting just hot for no reason. And I'm like sweating, and it would be for like a minute or so, or even less than that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would be maybe months or so down the road before, you know, I had a you know, like a little hot flash. And so that's kind of sort of how mine
Isn't
started.
that the same thing? Isn't it? Isn't that the hot flash?
But okay, so it was a hot flash, but it's not as severe and constant as it is now. It literally was, I may have been sitting somewhere at the desk or somewhere, and I just got hot. I mean, and it's not your typical hot, like you get hot.
Mhm.
It's something totally, as you're experiencing, it's totally different. And it
Mm.
was just kind of different from, and like I said, sometimes even in the wintertime, I would get that little hot thing, and it's like, okay. And then it'll just go away. It'll just pass. Almost like it was just like you blink your eye. I mean, and it was gone.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I genuinely didn't think nothing of it, because in my mind, like you said, for most people, it start in their 50. So I'm like, that can't be it.
I
So
know, right?
I genuinely didn't even think it was menopause. I just like, I'm too young.
Mhm.
Too young.
And
I'm
that's
still
why
in
we're
my
doing
early
this show
40s.
today. For people who
Mhm.
think I'm too
Yeah.
young, you know.
Yeah, I literally thought I'm too young. It can't be that. So I never really looked into it, or, you know,
Yes.
did anything. And
So
so as I was creeping up to my mid 40s, things start getting a little bit more frequent. And I'm like, damn it, I'm still too young. What the hell?
Yeah.
And so
well,
I was in like full menopause before I turned 50.
wow. You see that? So
Jeez.
that's
Hmm.
for other folks who may think that, oh, you may not be paying attention, because a lot of us, we don't pay attention. Like you said, you feel something, but you pass it off and da da
Hmm.
da. And until it really starts to affect you, you don't realize, or you
Hmm.
don't pay attention to the fact that, wait a minute, this is something serious, or this is something significant, I should
Yeah.
say,
Yeah, because
because it is significant.
I
And for
literally
me,
thought I was too young.
yeah, for me, I was just like, I ignored, well, I was fine. I wasn't experiencing anything. I just started. And I'm like,
Mm,
but
I
I
wish.
did, but it's like I'll be sitting down, doing fine, doing good, and then suddenly I'm roasting. And it's like,
Hmm.
what is happening? So I start taking off everything, and oh, it's
Hmm.
hot. And the worst thing is,
Hmm.
for me, it mostly attacks me at night.
Ooh,
So at
child,
night,
no.
I go to bed. Let me tell you, I wake up in the morning and I can wring out my clothes. So me, all my
Hmm.
life, I was always the type of person who was always cold. You
Hmm.
know, I'm always cold.
Same
I need
here.
layers, and I need thick stuff. And you never catch me without all my layers.
Hmm.
Now I can't wear a small enough amount of clothes. Okay. I want everything
Hmm.
gone. I'm like, I'm sleeping in a t-shirt and it's
You just
freezing
want to be a
cold.
stripper. That's all. You just
I
want
know,
strip.
right? Stripping
Stop
everything off
lying.
because I can't
There you go,
stand.
blame. There you go, blaming the menopause. You just want to be a stripper and not
I
have on all
used
the
to
clothes.
sleep under 3 blankets. When I tell you, I'm not joking. 3
Hmm.
heavy blankets I have, a quilt and a this and a that, and I have them, and I'm piling them on because it's like, oh, they're not warming up
Cold.
with the heat
Yeah.
That was
on.
me. Hmm.
Now I have just kind of like almost a sheet.
Hmm.
Okay. And still I have to stick my feet out from underneath it to
I
cool.
sleep with a fan on every night.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I love my comforter, Carol. So I'm
Yeah.
always on sunny Florida, and I'm still on the comforter. You would think, but
Mm.
I love that. But sometimes I do get hot. So I don't know if that's but I had a partial hysterectomy,
Okay.
right? Where you keep your ovaries,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right? So they're saying that if you keep it, you still go through
You still go
the
through it. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But I don't know if I'm going to. I don't experience no night sweats and all the weight gain, yes. As I said, I can't blame it on that. But the moody, as always, moody, irritated. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't get me started with that
Yeah.
moodiness and irritability. Oh, honey, I
Oh
will
yeah.
come for you. I will come for you in a hot second. Don't look at me wrong, because then I'm coming for you. It's like, I, as if I
I
was
don't.
bad before.
For me, I don't necessarily know. I'm the moody part. What for me is I get irritated very easily.
So what you think that is? That's what it is.
No. I think for me, moody, because like you said, you come for somebody in like 2
But
seconds.
were you like that before?
No.
Okay.
Exactly.
When I-
It's the
when I say-
irritability. You
No, when I-
say
no.
one thing wrong and am so irritable that it's like I can go off just by you saying, don't say the wrong thing to me, because then it's over. It's a wrap. But that's a part of it. It's the irritability.
Mine is the thing that when people do things, it's not so much as when they say, and I
Same
don't know if
thing,
there's
'cause it affects
there's
your
a
mood.
distinction. It's like if you do something, not so much as saying something, I'll just it just irritates me. I don't know that I necessarily go to somebody and say anything. It's more like I'm sitting there like just for instance, it's like if I have a pen right here and you come and you pick it up and you move it over there, I'll probably just give you the side eye and I'll just pick up the pen and I'll just put it right back where it was before.
That's regular.
But I won't say anything to you. But what I'm saying is that those are things that never did. I mean, you could have come and danced naked in front of me and I wouldn't even blink an eye. But now just things just irritates.
It annoys you. Yes.
Yes, it just irritates the out of me.
Yeah. That's the moodiness
So-
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
I
part
had
of it.
I had that long before menopause, so I can't even blame that.
No, because Carol's known me for a minute, and I'm like the easiest going person you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Nothing bothers me. But once these things are attacking your body, and you're trying to,
Yeah.
It's
like you're
it's
demon possessed, and you want to get the priest to get it out of you. It's just like everything just irritates the out of me now. It's just like, I don't think Jesus could do any right in my eyes right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
It
just
is
telling
so bad. It is so bad. The moodiness. It's the moodiness, like you say. It's the
Exactly.
irritability. I'm very moody. Same for me. You'll call me one day and I'm so happy to hear from you or something. And the next day you call me and I'm like, ain't no way I'm talking to you today. It ain't.
Exactly.
It's just not happening. Okay, so better go sit down somewhere because I'm not trying to have it. And my poor mom, whom I love the most in this world, okay? My mom is like,
yeah, what's wrong with you?
everything gets on my nerves. And then she's mad at me and I'm mad at her. And it's like, oh my goodness. But it's so bad. You're irritable. Everything irritates you. Everything gets on your nerves. Everything just rubs you wrong. It's the moodiness.
Oh, child.
So then you have I don't have the chills. I don't have the chills. I'm just hot. And then I have a cat. And I have this gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful cat who I love so much and who loves me to death. And man, sometimes I'll be yoking my cat up like, you better get off me today because it is not the day.
You and your cat.
Last night, I said to my mom, I think I was so annoyed with him because he was just running around and, that's the other thing is the lack of sleep at night. It affects your sleep. Okay. So I don't sleep like I used to sleep anymore. And, my family is a family of sleepers. And I do not sleep anymore. And then this cat is just running around all excited because at nighttime he wants to play. Ain't nobody trying to play at night. I can barely get sleep. And you're trying to play? Oh no. And I said to my mom, I said, this jerk was running around. Poor cat, I called him a jerk. My mom laughed so hard. She was like, you love this cat so much. You just called him a jerk.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. So I don't know for me, like when you talk about the night, I like the heat, the hot flash will literally wake me up at night. Like I wake up like 4 or 5 times. Maybe more than that. Actually, more than that.
Yeah.
Because as I'm getting, and like I said, I sleep with a fan on. I've been sleeping with a fan on for years now. I did last
night. That fan had to go on.
Yeah, and it's the hot flash like literally wakes me up, and like you said,
Yeah.
You're sweating. I mean,
Yes.
I've gotten so that I literally lay a towel on like where like lengthwise.
Hmm.
It's on the thing all the way over the pillow.
Yes.
I've started. I don't do it every night, but I've started doing that because
Yep.
sometimes, I mean, you get so wet.
Yeah.
You're in your sleep and the pillow is wet and everything is
Yes.
wet, and it's just like, ugh. And
Yes. I
so
woke up like
with
that before. My pillows are all wet. My shirt
exactly,
is all
I don't go
soaking
to.
wet.
Wow.
exactly, and so try. I'm
Ah,
gonna say
this is
try
fun,
a
huh?
towel.
It
Try,
sounds cute, huh?
yeah, not cute, not
Oh, it
cute.
is not cute. There's nothing cute about this stage in life. It's
Mm-mm.
like, oh
No,
my
it's
goodness,
not. No.
nothing cute about it. And I now also sleep with besides I have the ceiling fan that has to be going, or now in the bed next to the bed or whatever, I have something that I use to fan myself, you
See,
know,
I don't
because I
use a
wake
ceiling
up,
fan.
I'm sleeping, I'm like, whoo, and I'm fanning.
See, the ceiling fan is too far away from me. Or no, I shouldn't say too far away from me. It's too far. Well, actually, yeah, it's
To
too
feel
far.
the
I
effects
have exactly. I have a. I mean, I went out and bought a fan. Like I said, I've done this many years ago, and it sits
right
like
next to you.
right next to the bed,
Wow.
and it goes. Sometimes, if I'm having like if I wake up and I'm because usually it's oscillating. It moves. I let it move around. But if I wake up and I should say, but when I wake up with a flash, and when it gets to the point where it's on me, I stop it, and then I just let it go until I'm, you know, somewhat cool down.
Do you
And then
take? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, and then sometimes I'll just let it go back to, moving around, or sometimes I'll just let it stay right on me, and I just go back off to sleep. When another one comes again, I wake up and it's on me, and yeah, that's the story of my life. But
So,
go
do
ahead.
you take medication for them? Cause I guess they have medication for
Um,
people that goes
they
through.
they do, but nothing has worked so far. And as someone has mentioned to me, I've actually meant to go try a natural, um, um, a natural, whatever you call those things, supplement.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking through my phone to see what the name
Yeah,
was,
there are
and I'll say it.
supplements. There are supplements out there that
And I don't mean to cut you up. I actually was going to say to also, for me personally, like I suffer with depression and I take a lot of I'm a military vet, and I have all those things, depression, anxiety, all those things. So I take a lot of medication. And so for me, I'm always trying not to take a lot of medication. And so,
right.
like I mentioned, a friend of mine had said to try something like a natural supplement. I'm looking through my phone right now to see if I can remember.
Yeah.
Um, it's
For different
called
people, you might not want to
Amberine.
mention it right now because I don't want to tell anybody any specific supplements for them to take.
Okay,
And
that
then
is true.
they say, oh, well, you said this
You
and da da da.
said,
So
okay.
what you want to do, if you want to try some supplements
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, for those who are experiencing it,
Yeah,
go
that's
to
true.
the doctor, talk to your
Mm-hmm.
doctor, and find out what might be best for
For
you.
you. That is true.
And or do a little search on the internet like
Mm-hmm.
we all do, and you'll find some of those supplements listed there, because I see some supplements, but there are also other things
Mm-hmm.
that can be done. But I want to mention,
Right.
go back to something you guys were talking, or you girls were talking about before, in terms of the severity of the menopause. There is mild, moderate, and severe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Reese is not severe because she doesn't even know she has it.
I don't know. I don't know if I have it or not.
She don't know if she's coming or going.
Listen, listen. It's a day by day, symptom by symptom.
You
Okay,
don't know if she's
case
coming
by
or going.
case.
Oh my
Listen.
goodness. But I suppose it's so great to live in Reese's world. Oh my
Listen.
goodness. If I was a fly on the wall in Reese's world, oh, what I would give. But there is mild, where mild menopause, you can be, if you're hot, but at least you're not sweating. That's the mild. So you guys want to think about that, you know, and think about it for yourselves. It's mild if you're hot, but at least you're not sweating. If you have moderate, if you're in the moderate stage, you're hot, you're starting to sweat, but you can keep going. Okay. Sometimes, you know, I have moderate. And then there's severe. And that's when you're hot and sweaty and you literally have to stop what you're doing.
And you got chills.
Well, some people
it's like a combination.
Okay.
Hot sweating and you have chills.
Yes, actually, that happened. You know, you're right. That happened.
Confused. You don't know if it's supposed to be hot or cold. Like,
or cold. It's like, what is happening?
I don't need that confusion right then.
It is very confusing. And you hit the nail on the head, Reese, because it's something that starts in the brain. So just in case you guys are wondering, your brain with the hot flashes and stuff, it is your brain that is telling you this stuff when you're really not, because people around you, like I'll say to my kid, I'm like, is it hot in here to you? Are you hot? And she's like, no, mom, I'm just fine. It's not. I'm okay. And I'm like, I'm burning up. How could you not be hot? It's your brain that tells you that, because then 1 second later, you're cold. So how could that be when the temperature hasn't changed?
See the reason why I tell her that we just need to go to heaven? Okay.
Well, you know what? You go work on that with God for us.
Yeah, I got you, girl. I'm still working. I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Because as soon as you work that out, just sign me up.
So here are a couple quick statistics that I want to share just so everybody is aware. So go look into this, start paying attention to your body, start paying attention to your symptoms. Up to 80% of women go through this. So for all of y'all young cutesy wootsy girls out there, you're probably about to get it.
Yep. And guess what? And as we said before, younger women are getting it now too. Pre-menopause.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that, you know, just be aware of your bodies, pay attention, and don't be like some of us, myself included, who think, oh, I'm too young to get this. And you know, till it hits you in the face like bam.
Yep.
Oh, 80%, up to 80% of women. And then on an average, there's a study that was done in the UK. On average, women experience 33 hot flashes and night sweats per week.
They need to increase that number.
And they probably do need to increase that number because it's a lot in one night. Oh my goodness. You can go through so many in one night. Okay. And then here's another tidbit of information for you guys out there, because we love to talk about that on the show also. So it affects a higher percentage of African American and Hispanic women. Hello.
You know what? That makes all kinds of sense.
I am not surprised.
I'm gonna say I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Us Black and brown girls,
we go through it. Oh God. Oh Lord. Yeah.
And it can last 2 to 4 years longer in African American women.
Why us? What is it?
We get everything. And Hispanic women.
Jesus of mercy.
I guess I was gonna say about the year thing, because look, honestly, for me, I'm hoping and praying, and I'm just waiting for this thing to end. Because for me, it's been like what, 6 years now? Like fully.
That's the other thing I just heard about, because like I said, I just started this thing. So when I've asked people, it's different for everybody. So for some people, it might just be a year. It might just be 2 years. And some people, it could be up to 10 years. It's like, oh,
Yeah. And I'm like, well, why couldn't I be like in that either that 20%
No, because we're not
or that 1 year type thing? Why I gotta be why I
just
gotta
our
be the
luck.
one of the 80%?
yes. I'm
Listen,
so
if that
upset
happened to
about
me,
that.
when that happened to me, I won't be surprised.
I mean, it's one of these things like, I mean, I would never ever wish this on my worst enemy. I
It's
wouldn't,
not fun.
because it's just not fun.
And I don't know if you're done with the statistics, but we need to touch on another factor that menopause can affect. So finish
Mhm.
up your thing and I'll
Oh, I'm done.
return.
And there are some funny TikTok videos in the
You shouldn't
chat.
tell me that. You shouldn't tell me that. Because
It's in the chat.
I'm addicted to TikTok already.
It's in the chat. So we want to play some on this show because some of them are funny because it's really what we're going through right now.
Can I hear what Reese has to say first?
So go ahead, Reese.
She got my curiosity.
I'm done with the statistics.
You
so
in there, it ain't, trust me. So we have to educate.
No, I said my curiosity is still piqued.
All right, so we have to.
Mel already know what she's gonna tell me. I bet I know what she's gonna say because I know her so well.
It would have been Reese if I never mentioned this.
I bet I know what she's
Lordy.
gonna say.
Okay,
Get ready.
Menopause, menopause also affects your sex life.
Okay.
How
did I know that's what she was
gonna I gotta bring it. I got it because the men be thinking that we don't want to have it and whatever, but it is a factor that it will affect your sex life.
Of course.
Right?
Because Carol mentioned it before, something about
I mentioned it's like vaginal dryness.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when I was off. I don't know, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yes. So according to John Hopkins, it's saying that the estrogen takes a nosedive during menopause.
Yes.
So would you say, less stretch, all that good stuff. And they said less intercourse is natural. For the men out there, if you're listening, work with your partner when they're going through the menopause. You understand?
Find other things.
Yes, find other things to be intimate.
Help.
Yeah.
Yes. Or to help, even to help, help your partner along too.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And this is how menopause affects relationships.
Yes. Exactly. Okay? Because the men don't understand. They think that we're robots and we, regardless. And I know we strong women and we know how to hold it down, but golly, help us. Help us to help you.
Exactly. Because maybe, sometimes maybe they're not thinking of how uncomfortable it is for their partner.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say, though, on the flip side of that, women also, because apparently a lot of women may not be aware that men have menopause as well. So if you see your husband and your partner going through some stuff, trust and believe he might be going through menopause as well. And he needs the support from you.
Maybe he don't know he have menopause.
He might not even know it. So you all need to start to do some research as well. If you see your husband or your partner, acting differently and changing and being irritable and stuff.
It may not be another woman out there.
It may not be another woman. It could
be
moment going through menopause as well. And he's gonna need your support, women as well. So male menopause can cause physical, sexual, and psychological problems. Okay, they typically worsen as the man gets older, and they can include they might experience swollen or tender breasts. And yes, men have breasts too. They have that breast nodule there. Men have that. So it is swollen and tender. Okay, men. It decreased testicle size. Oh, Laura, you know how men are. That is a big deal for them. Okay, decreased testicle size, loss of body hair, or hot flashes. Men have hot flashes too, women.
Get off me.
Men
reason why,
have
see,
hot flashes
that's
in
the
their
reason
menopause.
why I want a young man, because I don't want us to go through this.
Oh Lordy.
Two of us cannot go. The two of us can't go through menopause.
You don't want no
Oh my
man
goodness.
going through
Oh.
menopause.
The two of us cannot be in the house going through menopause.
You
Okay?
know what? You know what? You know what, Carol, go ahead.
Sorry, I had to go there. Okay, let's continue with
You need a
continue.
young man to take care of you while you're going through that, huh?
I need somebody to take
Reese is a
care of
mess.
me when I'm going through my menopause. All right, sorry.
Child.
All right,
Oh my
Carol.
gosh.
Please,
Oh my
please
goodness.
continue. Please continue with your.
Oh, Reese, you're a mess.
Oh
Oh
my
my goodness.
goodness.
So they can have low levels of testosterone. So that's the low T, which is a whole nother issue. A lot of men have that.
Yeah.
Low T, and it's associated with the male menopause, and it's also linked to osteoporosis. Oh Lord.
Mm.
Oh yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So
Because
men are going through it too, honey. It's not just the women.
you're gonna have the woman them start when the man get menopause. Wait, you're going through menopause? Are you
You're
going through
going through
menopause?
menopause?
You're going through man not go through menopause. Oh yes they do. Oh yes they do.
Yes, they do.
Better pull that up on Google. Okay.
But I didn't even know that till I spoke with a friend, like I said, and he's
Mhm.
actually experiencing the same things. And then he told me, and then I looked it up. I was like, no way.
So
All
why did
right.
he think that what made him realize that he was going through the menopause? Like he went to the doctor said he going through
He went to
menopause?
the doctor and he researched it and all of that stuff. And yeah, he found out he's going through menopause.
I
I
would
mean, I
love
would
to
have
I would
loved to have
love to
heard.
I
Go
would love
ahead.
to interview some men that's going through menopause because I am
Mhm.
like curious about that.
Yeah. Yeah. He got a little shy
Exactly.
to come on the show. So I was like, okay, I'll tell
He
the
could have
story.
he
to
could
you.
have called in
Yeah.
without us.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was trying to convince him to come on and tell us the story because a lot of people need to know this. A lot of people did not
Yeah.
realize. But
I
for
think-
everybody who's listening, you can go out there and go look it up yourself. You will find the information. You'll see it.
Yeah.
So look it up because your poor husbands and partners and stuff might be going through it and you don't realize and you're cussing them, or you know how men you're like, so they have tender breasts too, people. So
Mhm.
don't hit them in the chest thinking that
but they may not
get up,
want to
man.
they may not want to tell the wives or their partner that they have tender breasts because you may look at them like, wait,
Say what now?
yeah, so
Yeah.
what? This the girl, he said he got
Uh,
tender breasts, like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna tell you.
So they're going through it too. And the hot flashes, that is the worst part. It's just one of, it's not. the
Yeah.
worst part, It's one of, because it's
Oh.
so many worse parts.
So before we wrap up the show, I want to state that there are treatments
Yes, please.
to the treatments for this condition, the
Yeah.
menopause. And according to Mayo Clinic, I love Mayo Clinic. My daughter keeps saying, stop self-diagnosing yourself. But I love Mayo Clinic. And one of the treatments that they suggest is hormone therapy,
Mhm.
right? That's one form of
HRT,
treatment.
I think is.
And then you have vaginal estrogen that would relieve the vaginal dryness and all that good stuff. Then you have low dose antidepressants, which I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right, so that's another form of treatment. And then medications to prevent or treat osteoporosis.
Right.
That's just some of them that I just
Some of
highlighted
them.
those. But yes, and of
Right,
course,
and-
you're gonna have people saying you have the natural, go natural, right?
I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So some people, if you like what Reese just mentioned to you, you go to your doctor and you find out what those treatment options are, and you can utilize that.
They
For
can tell
some
you
people
what
like
best option.
myself, yeah, everybody has to, make a decision for themselves on what works best for them. But for people like myself, I don't necessarily love taking medications and medicines and stuff like that. I'm not saying I've never done it, because I do.
Yeah.
Right.
But I usually prefer to do something more natural, because back in the day when people were dealing with all these issues, we didn't have any medications and stuff.
Yep.
But
Natural.
so, yeah, you can have some natural treatments, like you're eating the foods that help manage your menopause, and you got to look it up. You got to research what are those foods, to balance the hormones and reduce the symptoms. It should include a lot of essential minerals and healthy fats that are good for hormone balancing.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm gonna run off just a couple real quickly. Like I said, you eating the right healthy foods, you're gonna need a lot of omega-3s, cutting out the caffeine in your diet, cutting out smoking,
Are you throwing shade?
cutting out trigger foods. Like if you're prone to getting a lot of hot flashes, and eating, like if you like hot spicy foods, that's
That
not the way to go.
definitely.
Not the way to go. And you're talking to somebody like me who love hot spicy food, because I'm Jamaican, and I'm dumping all the pepper in it and stuff.
Not all Jamaicans like hot spicy food.
Exactly.
I like my
Exactly.
spice.
That's why I love to say I'm a Jamaican, because all that.
You're such a Jamaican girl. Oh my
And I
God.
wear it proudly.
She sounds the most Jamaican, but she's such a Jamaican.
Yep.
How you gonna be a Jamaican? You don't like spice.
Listen.
Can I just add a couple of things based on a couple of the symptoms you guys were talking about? Can I just say something? You guys had mentioned like
Go ahead.
the weight gain and slow metabolism. And again, me and Kara, we go way back, and we were fairly slender in our days,
Especially.
and so I'm not professing to say that I'm overweight, because people get on me all the time when I say I gain weight.
Yeah,
But
please.
gaining weight.
See, you don't want to
and
see
trying-
what she looked like
and-
talking about she gained weight. She's like this
And
big.
this is here's my problem.
Always the skinny one.
But then trying to get rid of the weight you gain, it's almost damn near impossible. And also in incontinence, I'm like, you know how many times I almost be pee my pants? That's like another.
That's a whole different show. That's a whole different show.
No, I'm just saying, just because of kind of sort of, it's just like, it's just like,
I didn't realize incontinence is one of the issues that are related to that.
Carol, I would say I want to use the bathroom, and by the time it registered in my brain that I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
I might as well wear some Depends.
This is TMI. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm already gone.
Depends is going to be our best friend. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's TMI, Reese. I'm learning.
No, it's real, but it's real. It's real stuff.
Yeah, this is
real stuff. I've been laughing at myself. Like, this is what I come to know.
Yeah. You get to the bathroom and you're already going before you're even really settled, and it's like, whoa.
Listen, by the time I think about
to me,
I just laugh. But you said something, India, like India would think that she's put on weight because she's used to seeing herself a certain way. So when she put on the pounds, it may just be 1 pound, and she think that she whatever. But I can understand where she's coming from. Me, girl, I be trying to listen. India.
No, I'm listening.
Listen, I need to go to somebody's surgery. They're going to need about 3 vacuum. Okay.
and somebody needs to take away all them chicken wings from
I'm not doing the chicken wings. Listen. No. But you know what? My grandmother said, since you don't eat, because people would think that I sit on and eat, and I don't. Listen, Sonabella, here I come. Because I tried the only thing that's left for me not to do is just starve myself.
But so,
And
so
Yeah,
that's
and
what I'm
that's
it's
never
saying.
the
That's part
the
of the
way to
slow
go.
metabolism
yes,
also. Is
Yeah.
it
you
is.
even though you're eating, I mean, and granted, like I said, I was a military person, um, exercise 5, 6 days a week, um, and my metabolism was up there. But once I started going through menopause, it's like I kind of understand when people are saying, well, you look at it and it sticks. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
sort of,
true. And
But
that's
you
and
know,
and
coming
no
from
matter,
That's
yeah,
coming from, like she says, somebody who is in the military, who's been in the military for many years and has always been so fit. Like I've
yes,
so when
always envied, how fit you are.
I have never been a skinny mini, never. I've always been thickums and whatever. But the gut, where the hell that gut come from? I don't know.
Yeah.
And it
And
won't
then,
leave me. It won't leave me the hell alone. You
and in
understand?
general, us women, that's where we put on our weight anyway. So it's
mhm,
really hard to lose that. And for
Girl,
yeah,
me,
yes.
somehow I'm really happy that I don't know if it's because I started training myself with how I've been doing intermittent fasting for a long time now, where I eat during a certain time frame and I don't eat during a certain time frame. And that helps me tremendously. And I've
okay,
managed to, I'm going backwards. Instead of gaining weight, I'm losing weight. So
mm,
for me, I haven't experienced the weight gain thing yet,
mhm,
but so it's different, I would imagine, for everybody. But the whole
yes,
thing, when you do gain that weight, you can't get it off. But still, I can't
Easy to
lose
put
my
on.
stomach.
yeah,
Easy
it's
to
I
hard to
put
can't
get
lose
off,
the
on.
stomach no matter what I do. I'm not losing the stomach. It's like it's not going anywhere.
yeah,
Marcel says skinny doesn't mean fit. True.
true,
Love the skin you're
Yep.
in as long as you're healthy. Yeah.
yes,
And then Condra said stress,
Yes.
yeah, because
so
my job is very stressful.
Stress is a big one. But all
Yeah,
right,
my
so
job is
we
very
just wanted
stressful
to
too.
touch on that for everybody, and we gave y'all TMI, all of our personal
all
business.
up in our business,
Mm-hmm.
who can't keep them,
Hmm.
who have incontinence and who have this and all that.
I'm
But
like,
hey,
ooh, child.
we're
Oh my
connected.
goodness.
We're connected. It's all about I mean, we go through it. Why hide it? We going through it.
Yeah,
We're
Exactly.
going through
we're
it.
putting it all out there right now,
Putting it out.
people.
I have no
Talk about
shame.
all of
Oh,
that stuff.
you recently want to pee up yourself before you get to the. Yeah, that's me. That's
Yep,
me.
Mm-hmm.
it
It
happens.
is. It
So
is what
we're
it
letting
is.
you guys know that it's not just something that we researched and we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about. It's something that we know about. And if this helps you, then great. Then we did our jobs. Okay. We just wanted to help other people. And like I said, I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't stop to think about it or research it or look into it till it hit me in the face. Like, it just hit me, bam. And then
Mhm.
you have to deal with it. So if we can help you by giving you a little bit of information, then we did what we were supposed to do. Another thing that could really help you is stress management, like Kendra just said, stress
Mm-hmm.
management techniques and relaxation techniques.
I
So
need them
maybe yoga.
techniques.
Yoga is a big thing that's recommended to help with that. And apparently it helps. So I'm gonna need to try some sort of yoga. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you smoke, you got to quit that. Lower your alcohol intake and your caffeine and all of that we talked about, and reduce your trigger foods, like we mentioned. Increase your omega-3.
Basically, just
Okay.
starve yourself. Just drink some water.
That
And
might help because you
and
lose
even
the
with the
weight.
water, and even with the water, do you drink alkaline water or spring water or water? Like you can't. Like I don't eat. Don't eat. Don't drink. Don't eat. Don't drink. Yeah,
Ooh,
but
Yes.
yeah.
child.
Hmm.
Yes, indeed. So those are some of the tips we have for you. Definitely go talk to your healthcare provider. Do
Mm-hmm.
some research before you talk to your healthcare provider, because it doesn't hurt to know a little bit about it first. Know what you want to ask, know what you
Yes.
want to talk about,
Go with
Yeah.
questions.
go with
Go
your
with
questions,
questions.
because these
Yes.
days nobody's really even trying to take the time to educate anyone
Not
or to
even the
tell you this,
doctors.
that.
Yeah.
Not even
Even
the
the.
doctors.
Mm-mm.
And I'm sorry to say it's true. They're
Yes.
not taking the time to go and educate you and ask you all the relevant questions. No, you have to
You
go
gotta
in
go in there
your
with your
questions.
book with your questions and
Yeah.
let them answer. Yeah.
When I go in there, I have my questions already written
We know
out.
that. No, you have them typewritten.
I have it typed up, but I have it in my phone. I pull up my little notes
Mhm.
app in my phone, and I'm like, question number 1. So what about this? And
When
question
the
number
doctor
2.
see Carol come down, oh Lord, here she
You're like,
goes.
oh Lord.
Yeah.
Don't get me started when I take
Don't-
my kids to the doctor. The doctor is like, he just
Shoot.
leans against the door, like, okay, come on, let me hear your questions.
What should be
Maybe I
a
need to talk to you before I go to the doctor.
What should be a
He's
15
like,
minute?
okay, I know you got questions. What are your questions? I'm like, okay, so let's talk about it. Here are my questions. And I'm
Listen,
reading them.
when they schedule Carol's appointment, they say, schedule for 1 hour, because what's
Yes.
supposed to be 10 minutes, go turn into an hour. Okay, block out 1 hour.
I had a doctor who apparently I got on the doctor's nerves because I had too many questions, and I was like, listen, you're gonna answer my questions, honey. Okay, because this is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not the doctor, you are.
Carol,
And I
Carol
got
going
a
there
little
with
bit
our
annoyed.
Carol going
Hence
there
my
with our pen.
menopause kicked in, honey. My moodiness, my irritability kicked in, because how dare you
Listen,
not
Exactly.
answer?
India, when she
Oh,
go in
yeah.
there, she go in there and says, statistics say, okay, according to this, the statistics. The
It's
doctor
like,
gonna be like,
which
who is
which
the doctor
statistics do
here?
I fall into?
Yeah.
Because the statistics said da 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 da. So this must be talking about me, and they're looking at me like, no, it doesn't. No, that's not you, Carol.
So
I'm
when
like,
she go to
what?
make her next, when she gonna make her next appointment, and the doctor can't see you till 3 months. Okay, doctor have to recuperate from this visit.
You saying it like a joke, honestly.
No, but you have to
That's
go in there
me.
with a question.
You know
You have
me.
to
That's me.
You have to go in there with a
Yeah,
question. So
You're
yes.
joking about it. I'm quite serious. I go in there with all my questions
Educated.
ready and laid out because I want to know.
Exactly.
I want to
Exactly.
know. I prep before I go. I'm looking up all the info, and I'm looking up. I really do, and I look up all the questions that I want to ask because listen, I don't trust you to tell me everything because you're not telling me.
India,
True,
when
true,
you go
true.
into your next doctor's appointment, just holler at
I'm gonna
Carol and
call
she needs
her
to.
and be like, look, let me just
Call
tell me
me
what I need
on
to ask.
WhatsApp so I can see. That's the other thing. Sometimes I'll be like, I got somebody I need to include on WhatsApp so they can hear everything. I'm like, did I miss everything? The last time I went to the doctor, I had my mom on the thing. I was like, Ma, did I miss anything?
Oh, hell. Are you for real?
I'm
He is
dead.
for real. Okay.
Are you're not joking, right?
I'm not joking.
She does one of them people that you be like, ugh,
Uncle.
here she comes.
I'm
That lady,
If
Carol,
I was that
that
doctor,
lady.
I'd be like, I
I'm
see
telling
that.
you, he want to see her
If
every
I see
3
your name
months.
coming up, I'm like, I'm off today. You can
Yep,
tell her.
yep.
You can tell the next doctor to take her.
Oh, we got that patient. We got that one. That one, she coming in today.
Well, you know what? I ain't mad at you. You got to do what you got to do.
Yep,
to do what you
yep.
got to do because I'm sick and tired of these people not giving me the info. And then I come home. I literally came home one time and my mom called me. She's like, so did you ask this? Did you ask that? I'm like,
No.
my brain fog. I didn't ask the question and I felt so stupid. And you best believe I was hopping on the phone calling the
Calling
doctor.
it, you did a
I
follow up.
forgot to ask you
Listen, I
this.
have a follow up to my appointment, my 1 hour appointment. The follow up to the 1 hour appointment, and I forgot to ask this question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like now you prepare in advance and you go in with everything so you can get the most out
Where-
of that visit.
Where were you when I was doing surgery? You are a surgeon.
Mm.
I need to bring as a consult. You need to be my buddy when I'm going to do if I have a surgery to
You
do.
better believe it.
I'm like, so
Yeah.
this is what you need to ask. This is what you need to ask. And so on.
Yes.
So here's a list of questions I need answer to.
Anyway, some people, hey, you take
It
it
is
or
what it
leave it
is.
with me.
Yeah.
I can be a little intense. Some people don't like it and whatever, but it is what it is. So we have come to the end of another show.
India, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I hope I
Thank
didn't
you, my
scare you.
dear.
This is
No.
my normal. This is my normal behavior. They told me I must behave, but I can't. No matter how I try. When we
Crazy as
have
a fan.
when we have company, I can't.
See,
I
she
can't
dragged
behave.
me into her crazy because in the past you would never get all this info out of me. Now she got me all telling my business, put my business
Listen.
out on the street.
You mentioned that you were in the military. Um, this is what Carol want. When you talk to Carol, you have to stand at attention. Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Well,
At
I'm very
ease.
good. I'm very good at following orders. So
No, we just have fun, even though we talk about seriousness.
Telling this all the
We
time. I was like, me and the military with my personality, I would never make it. Man, they would fling me out of there on day one.
Mm-mm,
Eh.
mm-mm.
I'd be in
So
trouble.
thank you so much, India, for coming, and I hope you'll join us again when we have any topic that you can contribute to. We would love to have you, your family.
I was
Okay.
gonna say my arm was twisted, but I had fun.
Oh, see, you got a dose of Reese. You couldn't help it, girl. It's me.
You
I
know,
know
that's
it's
what it
me.
was.
I
That's
know.
exactly what it
It's
was.
okay. Don't let Carol know. Okay, it's me.
Y'all are a mess. Thank you, my dear. You know,
Thank
I
you.
love you to the moon. Thanks for coming in
No
and
worries.
sharing your story with us, because it is so important that
Yeah.
we
And
share
when
this
we do the
information.
when we find a guest for our men that goes through
Oh,
menopause, we'll definitely.
yeah.
But first of
I
all,
want to be schooled.
Miss India, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see
Okay.
all our
Yes.
episodes that drop. Okay. Okay.
And that goes for all of our
For
amazing
everyone that's
listeners as
listening,
well.
please
Please.
like our page, subscribe to our
Like and
page,
subscribe.
like and subscribe so you can hear the foolishness that I talk at sometimes. And then Carol balances me out. So it's a good
Yes. I
balance.
try my very best. Most times it does not work, but I
Whatever.
do try.
Yes. So we'll definitely love to have you on again whenever you feel
Okay.
like coming on. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Thank you,
you.
my dear. We'll chat soon.
Okay.
Adios.
All right.
Ciao. Adios.
And with that, Reese,
Vámonos.
Yes.
bye-bye.
So
Mm.
guys, it was an awesome show today. I loved it. Even though it was a serious topic, it was informative. We had a
try
good
to keep it
time.
informative.
And thanks to our guest who came, India, that came on and, shared her experience. That was, we love that. We love when we have guests that goes through whatever we're talking about. So they know firsthand, you know. So
Yes.
with that being said,
Absolutely.
so go ahead and do your wrap up, my love.
So, yep, we have come to the end of our show this week. I just want to remind everybody, this is the Let's Connect show, and we are here live on our Facebook page, on our Let's Connect Facebook page, every Monday evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on back and be with us. Or you can catch us live on our radio station, our online radio program, where we broadcast to everybody just all over the world. You log on, we have listeners everywhere. So you log on. Reese, I don't know if you have the link.
We'll drop it in on our Let's
drop it
Connect.
in.
We'll drop it in our YouTube and on our page. And before I forget, we have to thank Marcel and Miss Conja for joining us on our Facebook Live tonight. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. And we know a lot of you guys actually end up catching us later on. We have folks that check us out, believe it or not, on our Instagram page, because some people, they don't listen to the entire show. We love you for, even if you listen to a portion of it, we love you for supporting us. That support just the same. And on our Instagram page, check us out, as well as on our YouTube page. You can check us out. And this episode will be going up on our YouTube page for you to check out. There are now probably close to 100 different shows out there on our YouTube channel. Yes, yes, yes.
So we've
There
been
is
doing our
something.
thing, girl. We've been doing our
Yes.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
so there is something for you to listen to out there, and you can find, I guarantee you'll find a topic that you will enjoy. Okay.
Yes.
And you can learn something from. So check us out on our YouTube page. And if for those of you who might be working, you're driving or blah, 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 guess what?
We
Check
got a
out our
podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You
And
can
the
stay
link,
connected to us. There's no excuse.
yes.
No
We
excuse.
try to make ourselves accessible to you as much as possible. So wherever you want to find us, podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, we're out there. Okay, so please check us out. And when you do, what are they supposed to do, Reese? Please.
Click like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
100%. Like,
Yes.
subscribe, and share our content. And for those of you who do that, we love you. We have friends who did that even last week. Continue to share for us. And this is how we can eventually monetize our program, because YouTube and all these other platforms are watching. And this is how we can monetize. So we thank you and we love you. Again, this is the show called Let's Connect, the show where you find
More compassion,
more empathy and
less judgment.
judgment. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.